President of the United States wants to violate the Constitution of the United States by changing the law without changing the Second Amendment to the Constitution. Second Amendment says we have freedom to hold and bear arms. And there's some evidence that these shootings that have occurred around the country are somewhat false. I'm not entirely sure that too many of them all of a sudden, too fast. And there weren't any for a long time. It's like maybe somebody might have been hypnotized, or maybe by a game, maybe by a hypnotist. And caused to go out and cause this violence. And now he wants to restrict our gun rights. Want to restrict magazines down to 3 or 4 rounds or something. Probably doesn't want us to have bullets either. Well, this stuff, if he wants to change the Constitution, it should be sent out to the states with an amendment. The states pass it, they amend it. If they don't pass it, it's not amended. Of course, we have a piece of the Constitution that has been violated for years and years and years. Section 1, Article 10 says that the United States has a right to mint money out of silver and gold. Doesn't say anything about paper. Doesn't say anything about printing fiat paper worth nothing. Until 1965, paper was a check. There'd be a check for silver or gold. Today, the paper's not a check anymore. It's not money either. It's never, never land, according to our Constitution. So our president wants to run without our Constitution. I think he shouldn't be impeached if he continues with it on this grounds. I don't think Congress should give him an inch. Many people have guns. They have multiple rounds of ammunition in a clip. The police have guns with, I think, 45 carries 9 rounds if you have one in the chamber. And if you're going to use the safety on the side of the 45, you definitely have to have one in the chamber, because just to pull that safety off and fire is not going to work if there's nothing in the chamber. And they've restricted this to like 7. But that's not why we have the right to hold and bear arms. It's in the case a foreign entity comes into the United States, and we have to fight for our country. And it would seem like maybe they want to bring the UN in here to subdue us, which would be treason. It's treason, matter of fact, just to pass this gun law without going to the states, because this is a constitutional amendment. The piece about money with silver and gold is a constitutional amendment too, but you can see where they've violated that for about 50 years. And no one's paid any attention to it. Of course, Barack Obama wants to print more money, but it isn't money. He's printing more pieces of paper. Write your congressman. Tell them to do nothing about changing the Second Amendment.